Hello, my name is Arturo Garza Sánchez and this is my video of types of engines. Number 1, turbojet. It is an engine and the first engines it used by first aircraft. It works in 4 stages: intake, compression, combustion and exhaust. The air enters from the front and escapes from the back with greater force and generates thrust to the aircraft. Engine number 2, turboprop. This type of engine is similar to turbojet, but it contains a propeller that generates 19% of the thrust and other 10% from exhaust gases. Number 3, turbofan. This type of engine is similar to the turbojet, but the air is divided into two ways. One enters the engine and other passes through one side. This engine is more efficient and replaces all engines. Turboshaft. Number 4, turboshaft. This model works similar to the turboproof, but it moves a helicopter propeller and function with gas. Number 5, reciprocating engine. An airplane piston. This is an internal combustion. It produces traction. Engine used with small airplanes, they look like a car engines. Engine components. Engine components. Component number 1, intake valve. The intake valve produces the entry of air and fuel into the cylinder and can also be closed. Number 2, combustion chamber. A combustion chamber is part of the internal combustion engine in which the fuel and air mix is burned for the operation of the engine. Number 3, the piston. It is a part of the engine is triggered by explosion that occur inside the combustion chamber or the cylinder. This part is assembled inside the cylinder. Number 5, cylinder. It is a cavity through which the piston travels an engine. As three or more cylinders, they are different size. The cylinders is one of the most important parts of the engine. Number 5, exhaust valve. Similar intake valve, exhaust valve is in charge exhaust all gases from cylinder. Also closed. Number 6, valve spring. The valve spring is a coil spring used to hold the valve in a closed position, and we need a special tool to remove. And number 7, shaft. It is a guide for rotation movement and connected to gears, and it normally is constructed by alloys and more resistant materials. And number 8, propeller. The propeller is a set of blades like this set of blades that create traction by rotational movement. The turboprop engine uses a propeller. And number 9, this is gearbox. The gearbox, it is a type of transmission that changes rotor speeds or RPM and multiplies the torque. Number 10, turbine. Machine that compresses the air be rotating inside and generating electricity for the plane, and its operation is like a windmill. The 4-stroke cycle. Number 1, interstroke. The first intake valve is opened and air and fuel enter the cylinder. The crankshaft rotates 180 degrees. This step is intake. Number 2, compression stroke. At this stage, the intake valve and the exhaust valve are closed. The piston rises and compresses the air and fuel mix. Number 3, combustion stroke. At this stage, 2 valves are closed and a spark plug provides a spark for engine starting and burning fuel. The explosion occurs in the combustion chamber. The expansion cylinder powers the engine. Number 4 is exhaust stroke. Finally, exhaust valve is open for the gases escape. The piston goes up, expelling the gases, and the cycle is restarted in stage 1.